Hey you guys, let's see. First off, let's make sure you guys can hear me and see me. Get this new phone lined up correctly. Hey everyone. Hey Ashley. Let's get us set up here. Okay, I always like to make sure I'm in the right group. I see myself. There we go. Hey you guys, what day is it? Wednesday. How is everyone? I just wanted to give us an extra few minutes to get my camera set up. Hey Jessica. Make sure nothing worse than going live in the wrong spot, right? And I recently moved my office around, so my camera's in a different spot, all those things. You guys can hear me, see me? Hey Jessica. Dual Jessicas. Okay. So I will use these first couple of minutes, you guys, just to introduce myself and give you a little backstory about me. And that way, all the time that I spend with you, we can spend on social media. My name's Jill McCarthy, known to most everyone calls me Jilleysue. I've been with Scentsy. This is going into my 12th year. I am a superstar director. I'm originally from Maine, but I live in South Florida. And I joined Scentsy as, I think, my 4th or 5th direct sales business. The reason I started it was because I was in a horrible relationship. My boyfriend was a severe alcoholic. He was, didn't start out that way, but after turning to alcohol, he became severely abusive and just very sick. I started Scentsy. First, I started Pampered Chef as a way to kind of keep my mind straight. He was going out every night, coming home drunk. Like, I didn't want to be on antidepressants. I wanted to connect with people because the other piece of this is that I worked for him as well. So I would go to the office, come home. It was constant just battle to kind of keep my mind right. And although I started my direct sales businesses as a hobby, I definitely hoped that it would turn into an exit strategy if I needed it to be one. So, I mean, I started Pampered Chef, I started 31, Cookie Lee, just couldn't find anything that I really enjoyed, joined for the wrong reasons. We had a Great Dane and 3 little dachshunds, and I was always super paranoid that my house would smell like dog. Nothing worse than going into a house that just smells like animals. So I saw a plugin on Facebook one day and I ordered it. And before it even came in, I signed up. And I was super embarrassed, super just feeling like everyone was looking down on me, feeling like, what is she doing now type of person. And I fell in love with Scentsy pretty quickly, mainly because I kicked that fear to the curb and thought to myself, I'm just going to do this because I enjoy it and I love it. And I wasn't going to let what other people said or their thoughts or their attitude towards direct sales project onto me. I needed it for my own personal reasons, and I was having fun with it. It was an escape for me. It was a way for me to just do my own thing and feel normal and be around a normal environment when I would do all of my Scentsy stuff. You guys probably remember when you joined, you get that Scentsy bug and you dive in and it kind of makes you feel like you're a million miles away. And in my case, that's what I wanted. In 2015, after 14 years, my office shut down. And so I was a social media strategist there, also their compliance director. And so without notice, without severance pay, without anything, my job was one of the first to go. Kevin and his partner were family friends. But luckily I had my Scentsy business and I didn't exactly know when I was going to quit or get done. I just know that I did want to, and I should back up. In 2013, Scentsy allowed me to be able to move out after 15 years of that relationship. So in many ways, it saved my life. Back up a little bit more, and the reason I've run my entire business using social media is because dealing with a person with addiction, a lot of times I couldn't leave the house. I couldn't have parties. I couldn't go places because when I came home, the house was literally flipped upside down. And so that was a lot of stress on me to kind of stay home and keep things normal because I knew if I left that things would get crazy. In 2017, he passed away. And it was very difficult because you watched someone go from your very best friend to someone you didn't even recognize. And so luckily, Sensi kept me super grounded, and I met amazing people like you that became some of my best friends and got me through some of those hard times. But I had to use social media in 2009, and back in those days, you guys, we didn't have groups or anything that you guys have the capability of using now. Instagram wasn't around, Pinterest wasn't around, none of those things. So many times I would get backlash of people that would tell me there was no way you could start a business using social media, that you couldn't connect with people using social media. And I remember AOL when Messenger first started, and I remember thinking, if you can connect people by typing to them and relating to them, you certainly can start a business and make it successful. Using social media. I would tell you this, social media is always the harder way to go about things. And I tell you that because a lot of times we're not face to face. And the few secret recipes that I want to give you guys is, one, people do not care about your business. They don't care about what you have to sell. They are not just going to buy from you because you post something on social media that's for sale and that you love. The number one thing you need to do on social media is to connect with people in a way that's relatable to them. Your goal every day when you post on social media is for people to say, me too. I get that. That's me. Wow, I went through that too. Or wow, that's a great tip to learn. I scrolled through you guys' group. Fantastic information. I know that when I had my mastermind, Jessica was in it, and she touched on so many of the points that I have been pushing home to many Sensi consultants for years. And she's spot on. You know, every time you go to post something, you guys, if you want to attract people to you, you have got to get them to know who you are. They have to decide whether or not they like you. And guess what? Put your suit of armor on, because not everyone's going to like you, right? And if they don't like you, then those aren't your people. We have to stop posting in a way that we're trying to win votes, no pun intended, based on today. You have to find your people, and you have to post with a strategic mind, like, what is this going to teach someone? Every single post, and I'm talking every single post, this rule does not veer off in any way, shape, or form. People need to be able to say, I get her. I get this. That's an awesome tip. Wow, she shared so much. Wow, I wish I could jump online and do that. And I'm going to share some things that'll help you guys. The other secret tip is consistency. You will never get your social media rolling. You will never get things moving like you want it to if you're not consistent. I mean, these are... I get kind of sad because I feel like people want to jump on social media training and they think there's going to be some secret sauce that I haven't shared with everybody else. But the people that win at this social media game, one, you need to follow people that are doing it. Stop watching hundreds of trainings and listening to people that are telling you what to do on Facebook and Instagram and have 100 followers. Like, it always blows my mind that people want to do social media training. But to me, if they were doing the right things, then their accounts would reflect that. And I don't mean by people buying followers. If you're not getting an authentic audience, and I'm going to tell you some ways to do that, then it serves no purpose to go the training route and start training people. Oftentimes I see people say, oh, I took this training and I watched blah, 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 blah. And I go to that person's account and they have 500 followers. Like, clearly the things that they're telling you to do, if they can't do to their own account, then something's wrong. Okay. I have built my accounts up, and I'll tell you, the first thing is it's better. Don't get focused on how many followers you're going to get. I'm telling you right now, if you get consistent every day on the platform of your choice, followers will start showing up. because once people become more interactive on your accounts, it's going to attract more people, and it's going to like say, hey, Facebook, this person posting great value, show it to more people. So what do you think happens when you don't post at all? Or you only post things for sale, or you say to them basically, hey, you don't know me, but join my team. We have a $15 special. Nobody cares about your $15 special if they don't know you. So you're gonna boost a post that says, join my team for $15 to people that don't even know you, right? You're going about this all wrong. Your goal should not be to make a sale. Your goal should be to show up every single day and post something of value that people are gonna say, I'm gonna go back to her account. And we'll probably talk a lot about Instagram account. And, you know, Laura just said, I can only dream of 500 followers right now. I'm not at 100. But answer these questions, you guys. Are you showing up on Instagram stories every single day? Are you posting in the feed every single day? Are you engaging with the followers you do have? Stop getting caught up in a number, because I'm telling you guys right now, if you're not using great strategy with 100 people, you're not going to be doing it with 500 people. So that's what I always try to tell people. I kind of give it to them real. And if I backtrack and start dissecting people's accounts, I can immediately tell you, look, you haven't posted in a week. Look, you only went live on stories once. Hey, you've never gone live on your VIP group. Like, if you're not doing this stuff weekly, every single week, your hamster wheel's never going to get rolling. And if I go to your accounts and it's all like, I sell Scentsy, here's this for sale, here's that for sale, join my team, here's this for sale, here's that for sale, I want to sell you this. It's no wonder people aren't going back to your accounts, because they literally don't care. Like, think about that. I'm going to post this diffuser. Most 95% of people don't know what the heck that diffuser is. They don't care about that diffuser. They don't care about what it does, short of cleaning your whole house, disinfecting your whole house. Here's what they do like. They're going to decide if they like you, and you could sell dirt to them. When you have the people that follow you and like you because you show up every day and you talk about things that are relatable to them, you literally could have dirt in a bag and they would buy it from you. But if you never show up, if this is you, and then all of a sudden you put this in front of your picture and say, hey, this is for sale for $20. If you don't know me, I could put a bag of money up for sale and you'd be like, yeah, right, they're lying. Right? So if you're not showing up, you guys, if you're not showing your face, and I'll give you some examples of some things tonight, you know, they're never going to buy from you. Stop posting marketing flyers. I'd say even in your VIP groups, you know, it's a great option when you don't have the products on hand, but that is not going to attract people to you. People want to see your house, real life, what these products look like, how you're using them in their everyday life. I clicked on a piece that Jessica did about, you know, not saying buy this for $15, but hey, let me show you how amazing these washer whiffs are and how awesome my laundry smells when I, you know, pull it out of the laundry thing. Personal branding and attraction marketing are about giving people an experience. We are so caught up in like doing what everybody else does. Let me tell you guys something. If you see someone with certain type of branding, logos, fonts, a look, a color, and you think, hey, I love that, I'm going to do it too, you just became a duplicate of somebody else. That is not original. That is not going to attract people to you. Like, I don't know how many times I see, which is a cute idea, this faceless face now that's popped up 995 times. That's not original anymore, you guys. Like, you're going to look like every other consultant. You're not going to attract people to you, because guess what? The minute someone duplicates something because they like it, you blend in. And that's the last thing you want to do to attract people to you. Let me tell you, if you're posting marketing flyers, if you're just like, hey, Scentsy consultant, I specialize in fragrance, I'll help you scent your home, you look like the 269,000 other Scentsy consultants out there. You've got to look different. You've got to stand out. You've got to provide value, and you have to keep coming back over and over and over and over and again every single day. And you got to figure out what you learned today that you want to share with everyone tomorrow. Stop saying to us, I don't have anything to offer. I just have my same boring life. Let me tell you, you fold your sheets a certain way that you could share with someone. You put away laundry a certain way. You put on your eyeglasses a certain way. You learn to organize your dish rack a certain way. You learn to do your Facebook fan page a certain way. You've learned to enter orders a certain way. There's 100 million thousand things that you could talk about on social media in order to provide people an experience. I mean, are you going live in your VIP group and doing a scent review every single week with 5 or 6 scents? The biggest question I can ask you is, if you're not attracting people to your pages, 99.9% of the time it's because you aren't being consistent at all. And I don't know why the maybe you guys aren't typing, but the thing with it is it's no secret recipe. You guys know as well as I do. There's tons of things in your business where you're like, if I could only get consistent, if I would just be consistent. But a lot of times we try to tell ourselves it's about having the perfect office, and it's about having the perfect desk and the perfect setup and the perfect background. Let me tell you guys something. If you think that matters to attract people over consistency, you're wrong. Because literally these are curtains behind me with a picture, and all in front of me is a complete mess. So fake it till you make it. You know what I mean? Worry about getting consistent more than having the perfect bookcase or having a lot of us are habitual scrollers instead of action takers. You know, we're following all the top leaders in our business, and then instead of using what they're doing to apply it to our business, what we do is we stop and we say, well, when I get the perfect background, well, when I can do boxes like that, well, when I can appreciate my team like that, well, when I get a keyboard like that, and when I do all these things, so we just stop and we wait, and then we continue to scroll, and then we compare ourselves again. You will scroll and scroll and scroll and scroll. And here's the bigger thing to attraction marketing, you guys. If there are things that are stopping you from taking action, like comparison, unfollow those people. You know, it gets sort of politically correct where you're like, well, I can't unfollow this person. But for me, I compare myself all the time. So go into the account. You know, on Instagram, you can mute stories and mute posts and only go to that account when you want to. And it seems like, oh, that seems so rude, but it really isn't. If looking at other people's accounts, and for me, like if you guys follow me on Instagram, but you find yourself like, oh, I could never do that like Jill, or oh, I wish I had that like Jill. Mute my stories, mute the feed until you like, trust me, I would love for you guys to interact on my feed. But if it's stopping you from taking action because you're comparing so badly that you're making yourself not do anything, then you can follow the person, but just mute their stories, mute their feed, and go back to them when you want some inspiration of how to do things. Action and consistency are the biggest reasons your accounts aren't going anywhere. And using a little bit of the tried and true methods like hashtags on Instagram and, you know, all those technical things that would be a whole nother, you know, live for you guys. I can't say enough about consistency. You've got to make a plan. When I couldn't get consistent on my Facebook pages, I made it a point. I'm not a morning person. And so stop trying to turn yourself into somebody you're not. You can get better at being a morning person. I could too. So I started, sorry if I'm hitting the microphone. I started turning my alarm clock for an hour earlier. And since I don't like to jump out of bed right away, I would use those times to do 5 things in the morning. I would post to my VIP group, post to my team page, post to my group page, check the group for anything that I needed to, and usually post to my Instagram account. And I would started to enjoy that more because instead of jumping out of bed and putting on makeup and doing all the things, I would do those 5 things every morning. 7:30 to 8:30 is I call it my social media scroll. Because when I tried to do no scroll morning, it just didn't work for me. Like, I actually like waking up. You know, that's why I work from home, is because I should have the ability not to have to jump out of bed with an alarm clock, right? So now I enjoy it. I wake up, check those 5 places, do those 5 things, and then it's done. I've posted to my team page. I can post more later, but it sets the tone for what they're going to do for the day, what my VIP group needs to do, and I post on every day to my Instagram account. Attraction marketing and personal branding is more about managing your name than ever before, you guys. Your brand and attracting people to you is about telling your story. A lot of times I see personal branding training and it's all about do a Pinterest board and find your colors and find your font. And yes, that stuff is a necessity. But more so is you need to create a brand that when people see your name, they say, that's that Scentsy girl, right? That's the girl that's always posting, that loves her job, that's doing all the things, that's like shows up, that loves doing happy mail, that like loves taking care of her VIPs. People are going to remember how you made them feel. Yes, the font and the look and all of that stuff, like you'll see a blush rose on probably everything that I do. You'll see it on my Instagram account. You'll see it on the top of my personal page. My personal Facebook page is public so that people can see what I'm doing. You know, all of you, first tip, if your accounts are all private, you know, I get it, but how are new people going to find you? How are new people going to see what you're doing in your business? Make your accounts private, and then if you post pictures of your kids, make those individual pictures private if you don't want to keep your kids on the internet. But if you're trying to do attraction marketing, you're not going to do that with private accounts, especially if you're like, sorry, my nose is itchy, especially if you want to run your business using social media. It's kind of like you have to choose. Do I want to be totally private? Well, you're not going to attract people. You got to go all public, all in, be vulnerable. It sucks. It's hard some days. I had my puppy for 18 years, and last Tuesday we put her to sleep. And this is it's a blessing, because when Jessica asked me to do this a few weeks back, I totally forgot, and I haven't really been on stories if you guys follow me, because every time I did, I would choke up, and I just didn't want to be that way. Although this is the first training that I've done since she passed away, and it's kind of made me feel better, made me feel like I can jump back in and talk about it without crying the whole time. So there's going to be times in your life where it's not easy. But again, if you're trying to attract people to you, you want to attract those people that have things in common with you. And a lot of people have experienced grieving their dog. You know, I had Callie for 18 years. So one of the best things that I could do is get online when I'm ready, talk about her a little bit. And I'm not going to read your message, Jessica, because you'll make me cry right now. I love you. But a lot of people will be able to say, I experienced that too. Like, I've been there. God, my heart goes out to you. And so, and it's not to get sympathy. It's to share what you're going through so you can give people hope, right? I wish I had I can pull it up here to kind of go through with you guys. So it's about giving people an experience. You have got to stop making your online post 95% Scentsy and 5% nothing else. I'm going to say it again. People don't care about your business, and they don't care what you're selling, and they don't care about joining your team until they decide you're someone that they like and that they know and that they trust. That's when they will believe that you're sharing products and experiences with them because you want to share those products and experiences with them, and it's not all about money. I mean, let's just be honest. You've got to share your experiences, the good, the bad, the ugly, the in-between, the tips, the tidbits, the laughter, the jokes, the crying, the tears. If you want this social media thing to work, it has to stop being about selling Scentsy, and it has to start being about opening the stage door to see into your life so that people can decide what they think about you. And you guys, that's scary. Like, guess what? Social media is all about being judged. And the easiest way to get ahead in social media is to understand that happens, understand that you'll probably get ridiculed, that you'll probably get negative feedback, that some of your family won't understand, that some of you people close to you be like, why do you share all that online? And here's the thing, there needs to be a good balance. You know, I do not believe getting on social media and just ranting and complaining and politics and all of the things going on. Like, people want happiness and they want hope. And yes, it can be a little naive to think that that's what the world should be, but it's also not the place to be just negative and aggressive and voicing your opinions in the world just to hear your own voice. So, and then not playing the sympathy card, you know, getting on and crying and victim. Like, everything you go through, if you want to attract people, is to, hey, I went through this and I want to teach you how you can get through it too. Or, hey, you know, because all in all, attraction marketing is about being attracted to things that make your life better. So think about that. Is it organizing a junk drawer? Is it how you got through a divorce? Is it how you built your business online? Is it how you cleaned your office today? Is it how you finally put the laundry today away? All people do to get online is they don't get online to try to figure out how to make their life worse, right? They're trying to get online to figure out how to make their life better. So the simplest things that you guys do that you think everybody knows this, guaranteed they don't. So you have to get online and share things. And yeah, there's going to be people like, oh, I already knew that. Great. Well, probably 99 others did not. So that's the easiest way to think like, wow, I just learned this thing on TikTok where how to put my blush on, right? 1,000 people could know that, but 1,000 in first person may not. So you need to talk to one person. You need to stop worrying about how many little eyeballs are watching your lives, how many likes you get, how many comments you get. Stop worrying about the numbers and talk to one person. You should be looking in this camera right now, whether you're on stories or anywhere else, and focus on helping one person. That one person will turn into 3, will turn into 5, will turn into 50, and it'll go from there. But if you guys don't show up, there's no chance anyone will ever see your content. And I get it. You know, there should be a piece of this, like, if you look at my Instagram account at Jilleysue, and I've switched these accounts a bazillion times, but I feel like that's the place where you guys can find the most new people. Facebook's a little bit more difficult because remember, your personal profile is for your family and friends, and people you have legit relationships with. You're not going to attract many new people on your personal profile unless you go somewhere and meet someone. I don't accept friend requests from people I don't know. So, you know, there'd be 270,000 Scentsy people that may know who I am, but I don't know who they are. And the minute I say, yes, you're my friend, I'm going to see your stuff in my feed. And I really like to spend my time on people that I've had a relationship with. You know, I want to scroll my feed and know that it's people that I can get valuable content with, not 150,000 consultants that are posting the same things that I'm selling, if that makes sense. So you're allowed to not accept friend requests. Your Facebook feed should be people that you know or people that are providing you content that can make your life better. Remember, everything you post is about making one person's life better. And that can be as simple as organizing an underwear drawer, really. It can be as simple as how you lay out your pencils. It can be as simple as how you fold your towels. There's someone out there that struggles with folding your towels. And I don't care how many times you learn it, there's someone out there that doesn't know. So you have to stop thinking I have nothing to offer. Right now you're learning, I hope you guys are taking notes, a bunch of new things. You can literally go on Instagram and say, what I learned today about an Instagram tip is this. You don't have to be labeled an expert or a pro or been in the business. You know, I certainly, you know, sometimes people will learn a few things and then say, oh, I'm a social media expert or I'm a social media strategist. Unless you've had that job, no, you are not. You know, but that doesn't mean that you can't share this information and share with people what you have learned. Like, that's what it's all about. If you learn something today, who can I share that with tomorrow? And that's going to attract people. Remember, your brand and how to attract people to your Scentsy business is not Scentsy. You're like, what? Huh? That should be a little piece of it. You've got to give every other topic of why people should get to know you. And when I look to my Instagram account, I like that you can put the highlights of things you've recorded, right? So I feel like as you click through, you get a very good sense of who Jilleysue is. And fragrance and joining my team are 1/32 of my business. And what a lot of Scentsy consultants do is they do their highlights based on products, like based on warmers, diffusers, laundry care. No, you guys, it should be everything else in your business that will get people attracted to you. So for example, I'm big into gut health, and I see a holistic doctor and wellness and using clean products. I love organization and Amazon. I'm a doxy mom. I love branding and Trader Joe's and making cocktails, my people, and being completely transparent with you guys. I had explant surgery. Sorry, I hit that again. Breast explant surgery to get them taken out. And I connected with so many people because I shared my entire experience. If you go to my account right now, you will see very little about Scentsy, like very little. Although strategically, if you go through all of my pictures, there's Scentsy in almost every picture, right? So along with consistency, one of the biggest things that you have to have is patience. patience, patience, patience. And it's almost like an Easter egg hunt where you're strategically placing these little Easter eggs everywhere within your account, and you're waiting for all of these people to get to know you so that eventually, authentically, you can bring up what's in the picture or what you do for a living or, you know, what event you're at, instead of saying, you know, and here's the thing, like, I do everything opposite of what I see. I absolutely cannot stand, this is my biggest paycheck and blah, blah, blah. I do not think that attracts people to people. I think people have a very jealous tendencies. And I think when people say, you know, this is my biggest paycheck and I earned XYZ, I think people think it's a scam because they think it's too good to be true. I think they think we're lying. I think that they get jealous. And so I've never done that. I've never said this is my biggest paycheck. I definitely post about earning trips and working from home and the ability to have flexibility and all of that. But Mama always taught Jilleysue that you don't talk about politics, religion, or money. And so when people ask me how much I earn in those private join conversations, I'm happy to share the potential that they have with them. But I just don't think that posting, that might be motivation to people that are already in the business for your team. Like, you know, that might be, this is my biggest paycheck and you guys can do this too. But when I see those posts on Facebook or Instagram, I just don't think that it attracts a lot of people. Now, in the scheme of things, maybe in the back of their heads, they are watching and noting, and down the road they could say, hey, I see you earning money and quitting your job and doing all these things. What are you doing? But I literally think those posts just don't work. I'm going to go back to this. If you guys want to attract people to you, you have to do completely opposite of what everybody else is doing. Now you can say to yourself, hey, she's so successful and she's doing this and this and this and this. But remember, things aren't always what they seem on social media. And you'll see it time and time again, like one person will do something and then everyone starts posting the same thing. You won't see that from Jilleysue. And that's probably why I have going into 17,000 followers on Instagram. You can look at my account, you guys, and it never says what's for sale. You'll see Scentsy in almost every picture as I scroll through. But I literally am sharing entertainment, my Target runs, how I decorate my home on a budget. It took me a while to figure out, but you really need to figure out what your message is. Like, do you want to reach out to stay-at-home moms or single moms that think that they've been told that they can't make it on their own without their exes? Is your niche, are you a teacher and you plan on retiring from your job? So you want to reach out to all the teachers and nurses and all these people of the world and let them know you do not have to be overworked and underpaid? Is your message to, you know, I don't even know, 30, 40, 50-year-olds that are stuck in the same job and think that they're going to retire with no money in the bank? Like, who are you trying to inspire? Instead of having the mentality of reaching everybody. So for me, my message, going back to that horrible relationship, is I wanted women to know that they're not stuck. I wanted women to know that no matter what they've been told, and as I watched my best friend deteriorate, he definitely told me on more than once that he got me in the ghetto and he would put me back in the ghetto. And if it wasn't for Scentsy, I probably would have believed that. But I knew I was meant for more. And what's funny is I always knew that I would have my own business. I didn't know what that would look like. But Scentsy and direct sales have given me such a outlet to be inspiring and to talk to the women that I'm talking to. Scentsy is loved by so many men, women, babies, senior citizens, all the people, but you have to really decide what your message is. And I would always feel like I was running. Like I could never get that sense of like, I feel good. Like I'm right where I'm supposed to be in my business. My home is just like, it's a place where I love to be. And my health, like I was always trying to make my body to please someone else, which is why I got implants. And then going through all of that trauma, I killed my gut and digestion and just stress and my adrenal gland, my thyroid. So my whole message to women is to be able to create their cozy. And that's in home, business, and being, the three areas that I love. To be able to be in a place where you're happy and you feel safe, to be in a business that you love, no matter if people ridicule it or not, and to really take care of yourself. You know, we see self-care online all the time, but are you really taking care of yourself? Are you educating yourself about getting physicals and eating right and doing all the right things? So those are really my three pillars. And I urge you guys to find those pillars. Like if you are all about organization, fragrance, and running, make those your three pillars. I'm at a place now, and I used to love to travel, but I love to travel because I was trying to escape. In my business, I was always so consumed with that. My family didn't say, hey, Jill, good job. It still bothers me, but I'm at peace with it now. And as far as my health, I have ignored doctors and did what was right for me so that I actually have energy to get out of bed, and I'm not on medication, and I'm not doing all the things that all these doctors and people tell you to do. You have to be your own voice, and you have to not hold yourself back because what are other people are doing on their accounts. And you have to not hold yourself back because even your husband or sister makes fun of your little wax business. You've got to shut that out. And you have to say to them, it stinks that you're not more supportive, but this is what makes me happy, and I'm going to do what I need to do. And in turn, when you get to that place, you guys, you're going to attract people that want to be able to do that too. And so you have to stand firm. You have to put yourself out there. I'll be honest with you. I have 2 accounts on Instagram. No, I have 3 because my puppies have an account. One's my personal account for just family and friends, so I'm able to interact with them without having strategy brain. And then my business account, which is Jilleysue, and that's where my 3 pillars go. And you'll notice everything has to do with being cozy in home, business, and being. A place where I don't care what people think about my business. It's my business. You don't have to support me. I'll find the people that will. It's all about wellness and health and doing the things and being an advocate for your body and your mind and your spirit. And my home is a place where I love to invite everyone in, and it doesn't have to be super expensive to make your house cozy. And you see, when I said those things, Scentsy falls in every single one, but I'm not making it the forefront. I'm not pushing it in front of people's faces because they're not going to come to you if you do that. The process of attracting people is about finding your uniqueness and building a reputation on things you want to be known for. What do you want to be known for? You know, does every post that you guys post provide someone out there something that will help them with their day? And I'm telling you right now, posting, hey, we have this for sale. Hey, this is a cute like that stuff's not going to work. You know, I mean, maybe you post a picture of your bed and there's a Scentsy warmer in the background and you say, sleep is so important to me. I'm so super excited to use our new fragrances tonight. I'm going to start with Pillow Talk or Pillow, whatever it is. And it smells like this, this, and this. And also when I sleep, I use an eye mask and a fan, and I use red light. And those are the things that help me sleep better. You just marketed Scentsy, but you also provided 10 sentences of value of how to create a better sleep pattern. And you might not be the expert on sleep, but you know what works for you. And by repeating that value, repeating those tips, and repeating things to help people, people are going to go, hey, I like this girl. I'm going to keep coming back. But again, if you aren't there every day, they're going to find someone else to follow. You're going to look like a random Joe Schmo who's schlepping wax and warmers just like everybody else instead of being unique. 99% of my Instagram stories have nothing to do with Scentsy. They're all about me. They're all about my things that I'm going through. You know, for a week and a half, it's been all about Callie. And I got on there and I typed, look, I haven't been able to turn my camera on. I get choked up. You know, I probably should show that, but I haven't been able to break through the tears until tonight. She was with me 18 years. Let's go back a little bit. My ex is the one who bought her for me. So it brings me back to a grieving place that's hard to open that door to. It's hard to show that vulnerability. But just like tonight here, it makes you real and relatable. And you guys can see I'm a recovering codependent, and I still struggle sharing about it. That is perfect example, you guys, of how I'm sharing value with you, and someone reaches out and says, me too. Like, I get you. And if you can do this, And that inspires me that I can do it too. It doesn't have to be all in depth. It's really not complicated. I'll be the first one to tell you, I don't go live on Facebook a lot, but I love Instagram stories because it's easy. It can be off the cuff. You don't have to edit anything. It doesn't have to be perfect. It's literally like you're adding to your storybook every single day. And you guys can go to my account and you'll see and click through different things. Like when I do a blog post, I put it on there. Trips to Costco, trips to Walmart, the fact that I love leopard, my staycation, supplements I take, CBD thoughts, cleansing, office, coffee. Like you'll see the vibe is very girly and feminist and like doing all the things. That's my branding. That's my message. And since he's only 5% of that, it's such a big part of my life, but I don't make it the main thing. And if I go to a lot of your accounts right now, and I'm talking mainly Instagram, it's probably overpowered with Scentsy stuff. Go clean it up. Go archive a lot of the pictures that didn't do well. First and foremost, take every marketing flyer. And by marketing flyer, I mean something created by the home office or something you created in Canva or something you took from someone. People like real pictures. You can use other people's real pictures. You have to give photo credit. So for example, if you used one of my pictures, you would say, I love this photo by Jilleysue, blah, 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 blah. She did such a great job putting all the rose gold together, whatever. You have to give photo credit. Don't be one of those people that just steals people's pictures and doesn't give photo credit on there. Amanda says guilty. Go clean up your accounts and then think about how you want your account to look. You know, again, I go to my pillars, which are home, business, and being. And in home, you'll see my puppies on there. And you'll see like the last 5 pictures are all about Callie and how I've gone through the process of letting her go and how I've memorialized her. But other than that, it's a glimpse inside my life. And it has nothing to do with what I'm selling. Because guess what? As you look through my pictures and you read the post, you guys make a determination whether you like me and you do business with me or you join my team or not. And if not, that's okay. Guess what? You guys aren't going to be everyone's glass of champagne. You've got to stop being worried about how many people you're attracting and talk to the people you have attracted. If you have less than 100 people in your account, talk to those 100 people. Go send them a message. Thank people for following you. We get so caught up in posting, but are you spending an hour a day engaging with the people that are posting on your account? And if they're not posting, here's a big tip, you guys. If people aren't interacting on your pictures, they're telling you they don't value that post. Hard truth, right? You know, we all have our insights where we can look on the pictures that do well and the pictures that don't. And if you're getting 0s or 1s on something you're selling and you haven't provided any value, listen to your followers and stop repeating that pattern. We think that, well, if I just post the next marketing flyer, if I just post the next one, they'll like that. Oh, they'll like that diffuser. Oh, they'll like that new warmer. No, they're not going to like anything you post for sale because you haven't slid back the curtain and showed them a glimpse inside your home, inside your life. And, you know, it can be a messy office if you need to do car talk every day because your house is a crazy town. And the only time you can talk on Instagram stories is at 5:05 when the hubby gets home and he takes the kids, then make that your consistency. If it's out by the pool, if it's 5 minutes before you get to the gym, like figure out where you and when you can get consistent. And that can be in the car, that can be before the gym, that can be during your walk when you walk the dogs. Like figure out how can I pick a time every single day where I'm on and I'm consistent and I'm talking to my people. Stop worrying about likes and who's following you and how many people you got. Your number one goal after this call is to get consistent. Figure out your platform that you love. I highly recommend Instagram because I think when you do it right, it's the best way to find new people. Last May, I recruited 15 people. 8 of them were from Instagram. 5 were from my VIP group. And I don't remember where the other few were, but 8 of them were from Instagram, you guys. Even for me on Instagram stories, Rob and I work together. It's very weird for me to talk on Instagram stories when he's around. I don't know why. He's used to it, but I feel so weird doing it. So I stopped myself sometime. And then I started making it so I'd come in my office or I'd go outside. Figure out when you can be consistent. You must be consistent. You must focus. You must be the real you. You are not Jill McCarthy. You are not Jessica Villarreal. You are not Jen Audette. You are not Heather Gorsuch. You are not any of those people, or the top few people. I mean, I literally only follow probably 10 or 15 people from Scentsy. You can see who I follow. I follow the people that are inspiring. I follow the people that have provided me value. I follow the people that are positive. I follow the people that are consistent above everything. Like if there's Scentsy people that I follow and I don't follow them, it's not because I don't like them. It's a lot of times because either I know the content they're going to share, or it's mostly Scentsy stuff. So follow the people that provide you value. You don't have to follow everybody. You must be ready for failure. You're going to mess up. You're going to screw things up. Your account's going to look bad. Then it's going to get better. I will tell you this. If you're using Instagram, your bio at the top should not be dog mom, loves to travel, I love Scentsy. Like your bio should be, what are you going to provide me that's going to make me stay on your account? So if you read mine, and please don't follow other, like copy other people's bios. Like, it's icky. Think of your own. But mine says fun mix of cozy, affordable home decor and home fragrance ideas. Tips to grow your biz on IG, right? Let's create your cozy. And I love a little piece about me, Target runs and Amazon boxes. That's my bio. If any of those things that you think you'd love and you start looking at my account, you're like, I'm going to follow this girl. But if I say I'm a doxy mom and I love to travel and I'm a military wife, like why would I stay on that account? So your bio should tell me why I need to follow you. You know, are you going to give me travel tips? So when do you business posts and on what platform? I'm not quite sure what that means. I use Instagram all the time. That is my business account. I post there every single day. Instagram's where I love to be. On Facebook, I do post on my business page because that's searchable by Google. I do post in my VIP group. I post on my team page. And once a week, I post on my personal page. I am primarily on Instagram. That's how I grow my account. That's how I find new people. That is my business account. And I post there every single day and I'm on stories every single day. Your feed where you post the pictures on Instagram is how you're going to attract new people. So you need to post 1 to 3 times there every day. And your stories is how you're going to connect with people. I don't share flyers ever. I never share flyers. I don't believe in them. I think they look spammy. And I just don't ever do it. I post real pictures. I post pictures within my house. I post how I used photos. And again, I post on Instagram every single day. You need to learn how to tell stories. That's what your Instagram account is all about, is telling your story. Whether it's good, bad, evil, indifferent, you need to tell your story. But you need to remember to keep it positive and be smart about what you're sharing. There's always going to be people that want to hear conspiracy theories and aggressiveness and all of that stuff. But a large portion of people go to Instagram stories and the feed to escape. So remember that. You know, there's enough yucky news out there and just all of the stuff that people want to see happy and good stories and puppies and kittens and rainbows and unicorns. And, you know, people hate to hear that, but it's true. I'm going to click out of anyone that's negative. I just don't want to spend my time watching it. So remember that. You must train to be a leader. That means learning something new every single day. Can I ask how you share for upcoming releases? I go on Instagram stories and in my VIP group. So if something's going to be released, I go on Instagram stories. I also push my VIPs to my Instagram stories so that they will connect with me over there. But I share everything on Instagram stories and in my VIP group. And you must enjoy the journey. You must enjoy who you are and who you've become and smile and just enjoy that every day you need to learn something. And every time you learn something, you share that with your people. And that's why you follow other people's accounts. This doesn't really apply to me. I can't see that question. How do you post new launches, etc., without spamming a flyer, especially when you can't afford to purchase the products? I usually go on Instagram stories, show my face, talk about it, and in Instagram stories, you can grab the individual pictures of each item. So it's not a flyer, but I can literally talk on Instagram like this, and then I can point to the image down below. So if it's a, if this was brand new, I would take the picture from the resources. I would snap the picture in the bottom of Instagram purchase. I would put the picture at the bottom of my Instagram story, and then in the story, I'd be pointing to, look what's coming out. It's a brand new mini fan diffuser or whatever. So you don't need the products to start talking about that stuff. And remember, when there's gonna be a launch, they post pictures in there. You don't have to use the marketing flyer, which I consider a staged photo. Grab the individual pictures and it will show up like a picture like this. You can almost make it look like it's in your hand, all the fun stuff. So you don't have to buy this stuff, you guys, to do that. And you definitely don't need inventory. You can do everything with the pictures. Here's the thing. If you have to use a marketing flyer, fine. If you have to use their pictures, fine. I'm saying if you're able not to, then that's even better. But you can talk on Instagram stories just like this, and you can grab the photo and put it right down the bottom and show people that way. And, you know, when people say this doesn't apply to me, if you're not looking to use social media of any types, well, TikTok's the same way, you guys. I mean, I think all of this does apply to everybody because we're not just talking Instagram. TikTok's the same way. You know, Clubhouse, any platform we're talking about, doing constant TikToks about just Scentsy is not how you're going to attract new people. Now, you may get people to watch your videos and they may be super cute, but unless you're having people start conversations about buying, hosting, enjoying, then same things apply. You have to post value outside of just what you sell and how to change wax and how to change diffuser oil. Trust me, I'm very versed in every platform that comes out. I still have a social media mentor. I'm still very active in social media marketing world. So this applies to TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Pinterest. We talk most about Instagram because most people are going to lean towards a platform that's not entirely video based. So just something to remember. Your brand means nothing without consistency and cohesiveness. If you can't deliver consistent value to your audience, whether you have 5 followers or 5,000, it's a waste of time. So I think the biggest takeaways to this tonight are consistency and patience and showing up and being yourself and talking about a variety of things. You can see how I have my account set up. You know, just like TikTok, Instagram has Reels, same idea. You can do a ton of Reels every day, but if it's all about what you sell, then you're not going to attract to all of the people. If you have questions, type them in real quick. You know, remember why you started doing what you're doing. And thank you, my friend. Create an insanely small goal and then do it, and then make the goal bigger from there. If it's doing 1 story a day on Instagram, start there. If it's 1 TikTok a week, if it's 1 reel a week, start there. Never ever buy followers. You can be shadow banned and your account shut down, and you will literally ruin any account on any platform you are on. Create a theme, a look, a story. Is your favorite color purple? What is your theme? And base it all around your message. When you go to my account, I'm hoping that you feel kind of cozy and that you feel like I could do that too. And I could get those few items at Walmart. And you don't need to be a millionaire and you don't need thousands of dollars to create the same look. Because guess what, guys? When I left that horrible relationship, I had very little money and I've built up my business online, making a bazillion mistakes. And the only way that I learned was stepping forward and falling and stepping forward and falling and learning and learning and learning. Here's 10 story ideas or 10 reel or 10 TikTok ideas. Share us your routine. Share with us your routine. Share how you solved the problem. Share a life hack. Teach a lesson to your people. Explain your services. Share a customer testimonial. Share how you got where you are. Snap a picture of me on here right now like this. Snap a picture and say, loved this training with Jilleysue, and go tag me on Instagram because I'll probably tag you back and that'll get people to see your account. Share how you got where you are. Share how to make something. Share how to clean something. Share how to organize something. Share how you wash your dog. Share how to use your favorite app. Ask for feedback. Don't say join my team. I am the best unless your customers feel the same. Don't guess if you're delivering your promises. Ask your customers if they say something you could do better, accept it and fix it. Here's where people give up or think, if I only had a look, a style, a logo, people would join under me. No, no, no. This isn't true. People give up because they want a quick outcome. They care too much about what people think so they don't want to get uncomfortable. They don't have discipline, and they do not believe in themselves. You all have something to offer. You all have something that you could teach me, from knitting a blanket to cleaning a drawer to washing your car to there's something that I don't know. Every single day there's something that I'm not good at. And so you guys could probably teach me, but I can't learn from you if you don't show up. So you have to show up. It could be something as simple as sticking a label on a book, you guys. Show me the best way to line it up. Show me how to measure a package. Show me how to clean a diffuser. Show me how to water that money tree. Show me how you like your Facebook thing. Like, shout out your customers. Show your puppy. Show behind thousands of things. Just show up and decide what you want to talk about and decide what you want to teach people. Share with people so that they say, I can relate to her. I get that. And you are going to attract people. But if you continue to show up, disappear, show up, disappear, show up, disappear, you're never going to attract people. So the secret sauce is consistency and patience. You can get on camera and not believe on yourself. You could have low confidence. But the more and more you step forward into your uncomfortableness is the more you're going to get comfortable. The more you hide behind things and you're just that scroller, you're never going to get comfortable. And all you're going to do is continue to compare. So find the balance between it being inspired and just being a scroller. If you're spending more time scrolling and not enough time engaging and posting your own content, that's why your accounts aren't moving. So commit. If it's TikTok or Reels, do one a week. If it's stories, post once a day, and then build up from there, and it'll get easier and easier and easier. So I hope this helped you guys tonight. I'm sure I'm going to stay in your group, or underneath my picture, you can type questions or DM me on Instagram, send me a message. Let me know you watched this. Let me know you watched the recording. Let me know what you got from this. And I can answer your questions there or in DMs. So it's at Jilleysue, Jilleysue on Instagram. I try to answer every single message. So you guys can touch base with me over there. And don't forget, our world tour is this week. Hope you guys all signed up. Take as much training as you can. Jump in full force. Tell yourself, I'm going to get uncomfortable today. I'm going to do one thing that's uncomfortable, because that's how you grow, and that's how you learn, and that's how you get better. And you will cry, and you will make mistakes, and you will fall. And that is how you're leaning into your skin. And that's how every single day you will attract more people, because one person will say, that girl inspires me. But you got to put your face out there. Stop worrying about what you sound like, what you look like, if your makeup's perfect, if you're too fat, too skinny, too low confidence level, too this, too that, too whatever. Dive in, and someone's going to connect with you, and they're going to be attracted to you, but you got to show up. So thank you guys for asking me to do this. I'll see you online. I love you all, Scentsy family, and you got this. I promise. Dive in, and it'll get easier and easier every single day, and you will attract the perfect people for you. So I love you guys. Have a good night.